All right. All right. Now it's working. All right. Sorry about that. I don't know what happened. I guess I put that kids could come on or some crap. And I think if you put kids can come on, then it ruins the chat, I believe. So I got that fixed now. Let's see. All right. So we're good now. Someone type something in real quick. Okay. I see two things. I see hello and I see. Okay, work in the chat. There we go. Okay, so we're good. We're good to go now. All right. I'm not good with the computer bullshit. I suck at this shit, so I'm only good at a little bit of chit chatting. So I thought it was a pretty big series there. You get swept by St. Louis, and that shit's gonna happen. Like you're gonna go through some stretch patches. Um, where the team's going to struggle, the team's not going to hit, the team's not going to pitch, you're going to have some injuries, something. Okay, so you're going to go through a rough patch. Every team's going to go through it. But what it showed me to beat Milwaukee 3 out of 4, and really they should have won all 4. Rogers fucked up that last game. But if he doesn't fuck up that last game, you're going to sweep him. And even really to come off of that. So you lose 4 in a row because you lost 3 in a row to St. Louis, and then you lost that bullshit game to Milwaukee. I mean, I think last year's team loses a couple more games and really struggles. This year's team is like, they have like a real fucking manager, which is amazing. They got like a real, like, I don't know, like the organization kind of knows what they're doing finally, with a real manager. I don't think the GM's that good, and we'll get into that, but just the structure is so much better than what they had with a piss poor manager last year. And he just found a way to, win 3 out of 4 against Milwaukee, where it could have snowballed on them. And you're going to play the Mets. Mets have what, the best record in the National League, or close to the Met, or close to the Dodgers. I don't know who's winning. I don't know who's got a better record, but I mean we're right there. We're only 2 games out of there of the Dodgers now. I mean, I saw some people like thinking that we could beat the Dodgers, and so I mean I wouldn't go that far, but I didn't think we'd be this close at this time. So maybe I'm wrong. When you got the pitching that the Padres have and you got the defense that they had, you're going to be in almost every single game. So you just got to score like 4 runs, dude. If you can score 4 runs, you're going to win most of your games. You're going to win 75% of your games probably if you score 4 fucking runs, 66% of your fucking games. And when you look at it, like, I got to go to the stats. When you look at this team, let me see. I'm going to go to the Padres stats. When you look at their team, dude, guys are starting to hit a little bit here and there. No, I don't need scores. What am I doing? Just give me one sec. You see like Cronenworth starting to hit a little bit. You see Grisham starting to hit a little bit. You see Voigt's been hitting ever since he got off of the DL. Okay, so I look at the main stat I look at is OPS. I mean, I think that's the main one you should be looking at. You look at Cronenworth's OPS now is at 654. I mean, that thing was down to, I believe it was like 612 not too long ago, like a day or two ago. So, yeah, nice to see some guys like Voigt, Grisham, and Cronenworth starting to contribute. And it's huge because we need those guys, dude. You can't have all those guys hitting under 220. And you can't have all their OPSs under 630. And that's what it felt like, I mean, Grisham's got 98, but I think that thing was around 530 not too long ago. You look at an OPS of 530 not too long ago. It's up, it's approaching 600, which is just still pathetic. Cronenworth's got an OPS at 654, which is, I swear that thing was like 607, not like a couple games ago. And he hits a couple home runs in Milwaukee. He got a couple doubles, I think. So he's starting to hit a little bit. And then Luke Voigt, he's got an OPS now of 696. I would assume that thing's going to be close to 750 not too long from now. Now, the one guy that's just dipped like a motherfucker is Hosmer, 75, which is number 2 on the team. He's still got the second best OPS on the team, but I see fucking guys on Padre Twitter saying, put Voigt at first base and put Campusano at DH. I don't know what the fuck people are watching. Like, I know Hosmer's been terrible the last 3 weeks, maybe even close to a month. But when a guy has the second best OPS on your team, you don't just bench him. I mean, he's been terrible for about, I don't know, 3 weeks. I would say 3 weeks. I don't think it's been a month. But someone said 605, and Kronosaurus was down to 602. So in 2 games, he's moved it up 52 points on his OPS. And I agree with this. I think Alfaro does need to play more. Now, one guy tweeted me today. He goes, Alfaro's got like 41 strikeouts and 2 walks or something, 3 walks and 40. I mean, okay, I get it. Alfaro also has an OPS of 721. Like anything, I think nowadays, like an OPS over 750 is like what it was. It's like 800. Like 5 is probably like, okay, anything above that is pretty good. I mean, it's so fucking bad how baseball is nowadays. Like nobody can fucking hit. Nobody hits for power. Nobody hits line drives and doubles. That's the problem. They just go for the fences, and you get your fucking little walks, and everyone's like, "Oh, he walked." Like, who fucking cares if the guy walked? I don't. What does that do? It doesn't do shit. But these guys are being taught to just fucking, Noah sucks, dude. He fucking sucks, man. He sucks. We got destroyed in that trade. Yeah, guys can't hit anymore, man. It's league wide. It's obviously not just the Padres, but when you look at 3 guys that have been below par 90% of the season, basically, I would say about 70% for Voit. These last like 30% of the season, Voigt's been really good, I think, for about, I don't know, 2 weeks. And then he was hurt, I agree with this easily. I mean, he easily can. Easily. I don't know if he will. The problem with Hosmer is he goes in these slumps and they just last too long. That's the problem with Hosmer, what I've noticed. His slumps last way too long, just way too long. And you could say, well, he sucks. I mean, yeah. I think he does suck. He's not good, but I mean, he's better than most of the other players on our fucking team. Our team can't fucking hit, dude. Machado's the only guy where the guy comes up, I'm like, fuck yeah, Machado's up, and there's runners on. Hosmer's been really struggling this year with runners in scoring position. He was, I think he went 0 for 1. He's probably around 230 now with runners in scoring position. I don't know. I mean, all the other years he hit with runners in scoring position, so he'll probably turn that around. If he does that, and he has an OPS around, I don't know, 740. In this day and age, 740 OPS isn't that bad. 750? I mean, fuck. I mean, Cronenworth, I think, will probably get an OPS by the end of the year, close to 750. I mean, if it's already at 650, I mean, he has one. I mean, turning on that inside fastball, finally he did that. Like, it seems like all year long he hasn't been able to turn on that pitch. I don't know why. He used to crank that pitch down and in. He'd fucking crank it. And then he would even hit the high ones. And then this year he just fucking is rolling over it. Nothing was hit hard. Yeah, the Padres offense is definitely average, in my opinion. Definitely average. I don't think they have a good offense at all. I don't care if it's dead ball or, league-wide shit. I mean, their offense isn't good. We all know that. We know their starting pitching is fantastic. We know the bullpen is hit or miss. It's inconsistent. We know the manager, in my opinion, I mean, I don't know what you guys think. I think the manager is really good. I think he's a fantastic manager. I think with this manager, you're not going to go on long losing streaks. Yeah, they lost 4 in a row. That's probably going to be the longest losing streak they have. I don't think they're going to lose like 12 of 15, 11 of 15. I just don't see that really happening with this team. That's what this Milwaukee series showed me. Because I was like, fuck, dude, they're probably not going to hit Milwaukee either, dude. I mean, they can't hit anywhere, it felt like. And I just thought, like, Milwaukee's got really good starting pitching. I know they don't have their, 2 of their pitchers didn't face us. But shit, dude. I thought Lauer would probably mow us down a little bit. I mean, he pitched. What did he give up today? He gave up 3. I mean, he did all right. I thought the Ashby guy would pitch good against us, and I thought Burns would shut us down. And then who was the first guy? I forget who we faced the first game. Who do we face the first game? Should have won that game. But we hit Burns pretty good. I mean, a lot better than I thought we would. Hauser, thank you. And Hauser fucking owns us. He fucking owns out of 4. You come off that series against St. Louis, and they could have won one of the games in St. Louis. But fuck, dude, I was like, after that series, I was like, dude, we're in trouble. Like in trouble, not in the sense of like we're not going to make the playoffs or anything like that. But I just thought like this could get ugly because the Mets are going to be. I mean, they're as good as anybody right now. They're Pete Alonso's fucking cranking the ball everywhere. Him and Goldschmidt are as hot as any hitters in baseball, seems like. And then Goldschmidt fucking destroyed us. You figure against Milwaukee, I was projecting to go 1-3, and then I was projecting to go 1-2 against the Mets. Just win 1 against the Mets. If you win 1 against the Mets, you're going to be 34-23, and then you got about a month worth of games where the schedule really eases up. So you should take advantage of that. And all of this is without Tatis. So I see the Padres, one of these 20-game stretches, they're going to go on a really hot streak. It's probably going to be when Tatis is there, but they're going to go on one of these really hot streaks because they have such good fucking pitching, dude. I mean, I knew Gore was going to be good. I didn't know I thought like every game he goes out there now, I'm like, dude, he's just going to shut these guys down. Gore is throwing all 4 pitches now. You remember the first couple starts? I don't remember if I came on here and said this. Someone tell me if I did or I didn't. Because I know I told my brother and I know I told my friends. I said, because I watched Gore a ton in the minor leagues. And his first like 2 or 3 starts, he wasn't using his changeup. And I was like, I don't know what the fuck he's doing. He was having good results. So my brother and my friends were like, dude, he's doing fine, like this and that. I'm like, dude, guys, he's not even using his changeup. I was like, once he uses his changeup, he's going to be better. And he started using his changeup. And he got more and more comfortable. Now he's got 4 fucking pitches, dude. He uses all 4 pitches. He could place them right on the fucking, right on the black. Like he'll throw the fastball away to a right-hander right on the black. Then the guy will, he's thinking, oh, he's going to throw another fastball away. Boom, fastball right in or change up down and away. I mean, he could go high. He could go low. All quadrants, any of the pitches. It's like, dude, fuck. He's like Kershaw almost, with a fucking fastball that's 97. Yeah, his breaking ball is not as good as Kershaw's, but, I mean, shit, man. He is fantastic, dude. Yeah, the pitchers, I don't think they were expecting the changeups because they haven't seen it basically all season. And probably, the scouting report was probably the percentage-wise on his changeups is probably really low. Like, oh, he doesn't really throw it. Oh, yeah, and this is the main thing, dude. This is the main thing. He don't pitch scared, dude. That guy's a fucking bulldog. He pitches like he's Max Scherzer already, where he's just like, dude, fucking. If you beat Gore, you beat him. It's not like Snell where it's ball 4, ball 8, ball 12. And then some guy flicks one over the shortstop and all of a sudden it's 2-0 and the runners are at the corners and nobody out and his pitch counts at 28. And you're like, what the fuck, dude? Snell pitches like he's a bitch. He's a flat out bitch the way he pitches. I can't stand the way he pitches. Great stuff. Great fucking stuff. 97 with a fucking wicked slider. But he pitches scared. I mean, Gore's got basically the same stuff he does, except Gore's got a better changeup. But his slider, his breaking ball is not as good as fucking Snell's. But it's 2 different pitchers, and one of them's 23, and the other one's what? 28, 29? The other one's supposed to be the veteran, and the other one's a fucking rookie who just came up 2 months ago. I mean, it's night and day on those guys. Yeah, we're not facing Scherzer or DeGrom. I mean, we have a shot. We have a shot. We could beat anyone. That's the thing. We could beat anyone because we got really good pitching. And I know after the first series against Milwaukee, I mean, I kind of felt it too. I was kind of like, oh, I don't know if we match up with Milwaukee because they're starting pitching. And I kind of felt like any good starting pitching might shut down the Padres. But the way I look at it now, I mean, Milwaukee's offense sucks. I don't really know teams that well. I mean, I know Renfro's hurt, but I mean, who else is hurt on that offense that's going to make a big difference? I mean, Renfro's not going to make that much of a difference. I mean, what's he going to fucking do? He's not going to do that much. Um, um, who else does Milwaukee have? Because if that's really their everyday lineup, I mean, that lineup is just garbage, fucking garbage. Adams, yeah. I would expect. Okay, I know we've talked about this a little bit. Um, whenever Tatis swings, I mean, he's all right. I mean, he's not. I mean, you put him and Renfro in there, I guess. I mean, that's going to help you a little bit. But there's no guy in that lineup that you're just like, oh shit, here he comes. Like they don't have a Goldschmidt, they don't have a Machado, they don't have a Tatis, they don't have a Pete Alonso, they don't have the fucking five guys on the Dodgers that they have. Um, those are the real playoff teams. I don't know. I just look at them, and if Christian Yelich is going to be like the worst player in the history of the game, which he looks like. I mean, Urias. I mean, you guys are right. I mean, that's three guys that would be in the lineup that are better than what they had today. I mean, that is better, but I mean, still, again, I just don't feel like I feel like we match up pretty well with them. The only problem is if you get down it's a 7 inning game. I mean, you could maybe score against Devin Williams, but you ain't scoring against Hader. So that's the one thing that I mean, they have a lights out closer. I mean, that guy's just fucking like, see ya. Um, yeah, I think we're going to end up playing St. Louis in the wild card too. Them or Atlanta, because I think Atlanta's going to get a little. I would say Atlanta makes the playoffs. Philadelphia is not going to make the playoffs. I don't think the Giants are going to make the playoffs. Maybe. I don't think they are. I think Atlanta is going to be the team that makes it, and then St. Louis. I think we're going to end up being the 4 seed. We'll play either St. Louis or Atlanta. That's how I figure it out, or figure what's going to happen. Yeah, Williams. You could get to Williams, but it's not. I mean, you don't want to face Williams, but you have a chance against Williams. Let's just say that. Against Hader, you don't have a fucking chance, especially with left-handers. Yeah, I would assume Giants or Atlanta is the 6 seed, and then us and St. Louis is 4 or 5. Yeah, I would agree with that. Who would I pick up at the deadline to fix this offense? Definitely got to get somebody. And let's talk about this. I mean, I'm kind of repeating myself on a lot of this stuff, but I'm worried. Like AJ Preller's in a tough situation, in my opinion. He's in a really tough situation in the sense that you're going to have a fan base that's going to get fucking really pissed that you don't get a bat, a legit bat. Okay. To me, I see some of these people that are like, oh, get like 3 guys. I wouldn't do that at all. I would go get one legit bat. One, because you're going to get Tatis. So obviously that's another one. And then I believe you just got to hope that Cronenworth, Luke Voigt, Hosmer, and Grisham just are like average or a little bit below average. As long as Machado keeps playing at an MVP level, as long as you get like 2 of those guys to be average and then 2 just below average, you'll have enough guys because Tatis will play at Probably not MVP type level, but he's going to be an all-star type level. Yeah, and Pro Far as well. And then you're going to have your automatic outs in whichever the catcher is. Alfaro can mix in a home run here and there, but and then your right fielder would be an automatic out, but that's where you trade, right? So I would go trade. I mean, the guy I would still go for is Brian Reynolds. To me, that's the best fit for you. He can play center field, he can play right field, left field, whatever. Whichever. If Grisham, is playing well enough, then you fucking put him at one of the corner outfield. Profar's been really good at left field. I'd put Brian Reynolds in right field. I don't know. That's what I would do. And then, yes, I would probably go get another bullpen arm. Doesn't have to be a high leverage guy, but it could be a guy to help you out. Because to me, unless you think Rogers is to go get a closer, we'll find out in another month on that. Because I think Garcia is pretty good for the 8th. I think Robert Suarez, I think, is better off for probably the 6th inning. I mean, still a little shaky at times. I really like him a lot. I think he's probably your closer next year, to be honest with you. You're going to get back Pierce Johnson. Pomeranz will probably pitch 5 innings and then blow out his shoulder or arm, so I wouldn't count on him. But I think Adrian Morejon could help you out a lot in the bullpen. But you remember, you can't use all his innings. Like, you got to minimize that. And then I think Martinez, now with Clevenger back, and you got a 6-man rotation. Chrismet obviously can help you out. Michelle Baez, possibly. Yeah, this guy, I saw people asking about this guy. Seems like a better fit. Won't cost as much as Reynolds. Okay, but here's my only problem, Jeff. My only problem is, do you think that guy puts you over the top? Like, because we're going to make the playoffs anyways, Like, does he put you over the top? Or Reynolds, to me, could put you over the top if he plays at the level that he played last year. He's got a chance to put you over the top. You put Reynolds in that order, you're probably going Profar 1, Tatis 2, Reynolds 3, Machado 4, maybe Cronenworth 5th, Voit 6, Hosmer 7th. I mean, no, I know his stats aren't good. I know he's not having a good season. I'm saying he has the potential to put you over the top. He had a really good season last year, and he's starting to come out of it. I mean, he hasn't been good this year. I understand that, but I think that's why it won't even cost as much. I still think Hassel would have to be in there, but yeah, I think Reynolds will turn it around. He's a proven player. And look, if you put Reynolds in a better lineup, I think he's gonna play better. Look, I wouldn't make a trade for these guys right now at all. I'm not saying trade for him at all, but I'm saying that's the guy I would still look at is him. I know he's inconsistent. So is Joey Gallo. I'm not trading really for Joey Gallo. I'm not Andor. I mean, I'm not going for him. Well, what's the price? I mean, yeah. I mean, what's the price? I mean, I think Reynolds is going to turn it around. So if Reynolds starts getting hot, I would be more intrigued to start trading for him. If he stays this cold and he's hitting 220 and he's got fucking, shit, then yeah, I'm not trading for him. I'm not trading for him. But he's the guy. He's the guy I would be interested in. I don't want Benintendi. I don't want him. It's a very thin market for an outfielder. Very thin. And that's the problem, too. See, I don't want to make a trade just to make a trade. I really don't. You either got to make the trade to make it a fucking big impact trade, or you don't make it, because you're going to probably go over the luxury tax making it no matter what, almost, unless you trade Snell, like I've suggested. If you trade Snell and you get his money off of the books, and you basically, let's say you traded Snell somehow, and then you traded for Reynolds. I think Reynolds makes 10 million and Snell makes a little more. I mean, you'd actually, save some money there. Okay, but then I don't want to make trades. That's what I'm trying to say. Because if I'm not getting a bigger bat than Reynolds or a player like Reynolds, I'm just not making the trade because I'm going to make the playoffs anyways. And if he's not going to, if I feel like what I'm trying to say is if I feel like the additional bat isn't going to really make a difference in the playoffs and it's not going to help me beat the Dodgers or the Mets, then I'm just not making the trade because I think we have a really thin minor league system as it is right now. And I think we're going to make the playoffs anyway. So it's like, well, what did the guy do? He didn't I don't think we're going to be fighting for a wild card position. I mean, maybe we will. Well, then that'll depend. And if that's the case, then yeah, maybe you want to trade for someone just to get you into the playoffs. But I mean, if you're talking about someone that's just going to be like I don't know, just an okay player and just like, well, he's better than Will Myers. Well, yeah, I mean, I get that, but if he's not going to make a big difference, then I'm not doing it. So basically, what I'm saying is, I'm willing to make a big trade. I'm not willing to make. I mean, I would look into him. I mean, the guy from Oakland, I'd look into him, but I mean, I'm not. Benettini, I mean, I don't know. It just seems like he's having a good year and you're just buying high on him. But he's a free agent, right? If he's a free agent and he's just a rental, it's not going to cost that much. Isn't he a free agent? Yeah, I agree with that. That's the problem. Both are free agents at the end of the year. Yeah. So it would be cheap to get those guys. And yeah, that'll help you in almost secure a playoff spot. I mean, I get that. But I'm not getting either one of those guys that puts me over the luxury tax. So Contreras is a guy that I would be interested in too. Now I think he's going to cost a shit ton, um, even though that he's only a rental for 1 year. But I mean, he's a big bat in my opinion. He's a big bat. He would bat in the top 5 of your lineup. I don't know where exactly, but he'd bat in your top 5 of your lineup, and that's what you need. You need someone that's going to be in the top 5 of your lineup, so that you could drop Hosmer, you could drop Voit, and shit like that. Plus, when you're getting Tatis back, I mean, Hap's a free agent too. I didn't know that. I know Contreras was or is. Um, I don't know. I feel like if the Cubs did that, they would rip us off in some way. But now he was scouting Rockers. That's the pitcher that the Mets drafted. Is that who you're talking about? Was that the guy who the Mets drafted and he got his arm hurt? I do not. Yeah, I'm scared. I'm scared of this too. I'm scared of it this way too, dude. That Frazier trade fucked us so bad, dude. So fucking bad. You went over the luxury tax to get fucking Adam Frazier, man. I mean, it's amazing. So it's the Rocker. Okay. Yeah. Oh, okay. Rocker Hap has 1 more year of arbitration still. So about to be a free agent. Mm. I don't think we really need Hap. Contreras we need because Nola sucks, dude. I mean, he's just terrible, and that's one of the things, dude. It seems like everybody can run on us. Like, do we ever throw anyone out? Hilarious. Make another burner account, dude. You just love making burner accounts, don't you? Wow, I got something wrong. Oh my god. Let me make a burner account and go on his live streams and talk shit about it. I said he reminded me, anyways, of Steve Finley. I never said he was the next Steve Finley, anyways. But okay. Sure, American Patriots never said anything wrong. Hey, I'm an American Patriot. I just made a burner account. I don't want to say my name because I'm scared. I'm really scared to go on there. Say my real name. I'll just do it. What a clown. 3 years strong making burner accounts. Yeah, you don't even know how to spell American. So stupid. Oh my god. Hey, let me make burner accounts. Look how cool I am. Guy can't even spell, man. That's what happens when you make burner account after burner account. Hey, man. Hey, man. Hey. Talk about why the GM is average. Well, here's the thing. Like, I know people are kind of like saying, like, oh my God, dude. There's a lot of, I don't know, on Twitter, there's a lot of beef on some people like Preller, some people don't like Preller. Here's my thing. Like, yeah, he can make the playoffs this year, but that doesn't prove that much to me. I mean, it proves that he should come back, which is fine. I never said to fire the guy. I was just thinking, hey, if he doesn't win this year and doesn't make the playoffs, he's got to get fired. And I also was in the mindset, if let's say they win 85 games and they get beat in the first round of the playoffs pretty handily, I would consider firing him because you got a payroll now that is at the luxury tax this year into a top 5 payroll in baseball. And I feel like Padre Twitter is like, just making the playoffs is like good enough for AJ Preller. And to me, that's just, now if you win 90 something games and he makes the playoffs and he lost in the first round, I mean, maybe. But if you just make the playoffs and you get slammed and you won like 85 games and you get slammed and it didn't even look like it was close in the playoffs, I'd just be like, dude, you got to start looking for somebody else. And these people are like, oh my God, he made the playoffs. We have a playoff roster, Mitty. I mean, look how good our roster is. It's a playoff roster. He's got fucking payroll that's a top 5 in baseball. Does that really show you that he's a good general manager? Like, here's my thing. Brian Cashman's won, I don't know how many World Series Brian Cashman won. I don't think he's a good general manager. Just because if you win doesn't tell me that you're a good general manager. If you have a top 5 payroll every fucking year in and year out, and you know, like, did I expect Preller to win the World Series like this year? No, I don't expect him to win the World Series almost any year. But what year is Preller in? Year 8 or 9? I think it's 8, right? He's never made the playoffs in a real season, you know. So if he makes it this year, okay, go win a playoff series. Like, I'll give you some credit for making the playoffs in 2020. I mean, it's not like, I mean, I think they were going to make it, but let's be honest. Lament and Clevenger got hurt. We're going to be out for the season. I mean, was it a guarantee that they wouldn't have fallen off the face of the earth? This is season 8 for Preller. Okay. So the beginning of Preller's time, I believe, and I'm not, I believe Preller was told, Go get some names. But he fucked up on those trades. It wasn't like, okay, go get some names and you could fuck up and it's not a big deal. He fucked up and had to reload it because they knew he was capable of doing that. Okay, so he reloads it. But we already gave you a couple years. I mean, you could say, well, I was doing something that I didn't want to do. Okay, fine. Then we gave you a shit long time from, to really rebuild the farm system. We gave him what, 80 million in 2016 for the international signing period. I mean, the most like signing period like that our team's ever done. I don't even know if other teams have ever done that. We gave him a shitload of drafts. We gave him a shitload of off seasons, blah, blah, blah. And you come into 2020, you get off to this, it's a pandemic season, whatever. You go 37-23, you win a playoff series. To me, that showed me more than just making the playoff part. I mean, who fucking cares? 8 teams made the fucking playoffs in the National League, I believe, that year. But you won a series, and then your number 1 and number 2 were out for the series, and you got beat to the Dodgers. But at that point, I looked at the roster and was like, I think they're pretty close to the Dodgers. And then Lamet's career's over, which isn't Preller's fault or anything. And then Clevenger's out for the following season. And he goes and he makes all these trades. And I don't know, to me, he just fast forwarded and he should have relaxed and should have been like, okay, I can't just snap my fingers and get 2 aces back and try to, rush it back to where we were. You didn't even make the playoffs last year. And you got the highest payroll that the team's ever had. You went over the fucking luxury tax. You don't make the playoffs. You traded for Frazier and Hudson, Daniel Hudson, to go over the luxury tax. You didn't get some fucking stud to go over the luxury tax. You got 2 bums. And then now this year, you probably could go over the luxury tax, but then you're going to be even more fucked for next year if you do. And it's just, I don't know. He's got some really good things that he does well. And that was another terrible trade. Espinoza for, what did they trade? Espinoza? Yeah, for Messinic or whatever his name is. And then they traded Thompson, right? Mason Thompson for, that was for Daniel Hudson. He's just made too many bad trades, in my opinion. He's made some great trades too. But if he makes the playoffs this year, what I'm trying to say in this whole thing is, I don't know why Padre Twitter is trying to make this if he makes the playoffs, I mean, how can you say he's a bad general manager? What? There'll be second year in a row, either at the luxury tax or over the luxury tax, and he makes the playoffs one year. And let's say he doesn't win a playoff series. Let's say they lose in the first round. You're going to tell me that's a good general manager? How the fuck are you going to tell me that's a good general manager if the first year he didn't even fucking make the playoffs with going over the luxury tax, and then this year at the luxury tax, and if he makes the playoffs, he loses in the first round? Look, to me, he's got to do some damage in the playoffs. Win a series at least. You win 1 series? Okay. Yeah, but okay. But is that because of the general manager, Max, or is that because the ownership is willing to spend? Because all the other general managers never had this opportunity. Nobody had a payroll like we had. Nobody had ownership say, go spend 80 million in the international signing period, So it's how much credit do I really want to give him if, Kevin Towers has payrolls that are in the 20s. I think 17 was the high. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. But most of the years that Kevin Towers was there, the payroll was in the 20s. The Josh Burns era, the payrolls is 25 or higher. Who's the guy that's with the Cubs now? Hoyer, the payroll was even lower than that. So it's hard to say that he's gotten all these good players and the names and this and that. He's also gotten terrible contracts. I mean, if those guys wouldn't have gotten one bad contract, they would have been fucked. Absolutely fucked, because their payrolls, were in the 20s. So you got to put it all in perspective, and you got to put everything like I like Pro. Here's what I like about Proler. I like Proler's drafts. I think his drafts are really good. Not really good, but I think they're good. You know, um, it could be really good if Hassel and Abrams pan out, like I think they will. If those two pan out, and then you already have Gord, looks like he's going to pan out. That's going to be fantastic drafts. Let's say Hassel's a borderline all-star player, and then Abrams is like an all-star player, and then you got like basically a Cy Young in Gord. If that fucking works out, those drafts are going to be fucking damn fucking good, right? And that's huge. His signings, free agents have been terrible, and his trades is hit or miss. You know, he obviously won the Musgrove trade. I mean, that trade's fantastic. You better fucking sign him. Obviously, he won the Tatis trade, but he lost a lot of other trades. He lost the Nola trade is a disaster. The Clevenger trade's a disaster. There's other trades in there. Because in baseball, it takes a long time for the drafts. Like the guys he drafted, like his main guys, because they're just ranked high right now, Hassel and Abrams. He drafted basically everyone from high school. Yeah, I would say Peter Seidler got the fan base excited. That's what I think too, because he was willing to spend. He was willing to spend. Darvish trade was a win. I don't know, dude. I mean, okay, let's say you just signed Darvish for what his contract is. You really want to pay him $20 million a year? I don't think the Darvish trade is a win. I don't think it's a loss. But let's say you traded him for nothing. Okay? Because I don't even remember what we traded. We traded, I think Owen Casey's in there. But the reason why the Cubs are trading him is to get off of the contract. There's no way I would have signed Darvish to a 3-year deal for $60 million, $59 million or whatever it was. I mean, he's getting $20 million a year. He's pitching like he's a number 3 or number 4. Davies in some demand. I mean, Davies was helping out with the contract. You wanted to get his money off of the books. And it was Owen Casey, I believe, was in that deal. I'm almost positive. I watched him in the minor leagues the other day. Padres were playing him. I think it was Robert Hassel's team. So 4-1. Well, Perler definitely. I wouldn't say I regret the trade at all. No, I don't regret it, but I don't think it's like. I mean, I don't know. I would say it's almost like a wash. I would say you're looking at 6 for like 135. And if he signs for 5, I think you're looking at 125. Well, I don't know. Yeah, I would say 5 for 125, 6 for 135, somewhere around there. I mean, he's not going to he's going to be, I know he's never put up these type of numbers. Like he's basically been like a 4. He's gonna get a lot. This is basically like how I would look at it. Okay, it's a lot of money for you, a wash deal probably. I mean, I would say it's definitely a win for the Cubs, but that doesn't mean anything for us. I think it's a win because they get out of the contract, and that's all they wanted to do. As far as it goes for us, I mean, I think it's probably a wash. I mean, I don't like if you're just going player for player, yeah, we won. But it's attaching the contract part of it. That's what you have to look at. You can't just look, oh, they didn't get any good players and we got Darvish and he's pretty good. Well, yeah, he's pretty good, but he's making $20 million. He's not. He hasn't pitched like a $20 million pitcher. He's pitched like he's probably like a 12, 13 million. Yeah, he pitches like one, like, yeah, he pitches good in the playoffs. Definitely worth it. I would agree with that. Big time. Big time. That's why when we got Clevenger, I was like, it doesn't matter. When we got Clevenger, I was like, it doesn't matter what he does in the regular season. If he pitches good in the playoffs, he'll be worth it. So I like it. We're going to be in trouble if we don't sign Musgrove. We're going to be in trouble because you're going to come back with Darvish and Snell and Gore. Martinez can opt out, and he probably will if he continues throwing the way he's throwing. He's probably going to opt out because he'll probably go get starters money. I mean, he's like a borderline starter, and his money is like I don't know if he's like a number 5. What is he making? 6.5 million? I mean, I think he's really good in the bullpen. I think that's where he's best suited. I think he's going to be good for us in the bullpen. But let's say he pitches in the bullpen most of the year, but he's a long reliever, and he throws up an ERA of like 3.5. I mean, I think he's coming back next year, or I think he's opting out. So then you're going to have 3 starting pitchers. Ryan Weathers isn't ready. At least he's not right now. He's just getting bombed every time I see him. I think he's mentally fucked up. Something's wrong with him because I think they fucking rushed him. They rushed him too early into the major leagues. And then you're looking at Morejon, but I mean, you can't count on Morejon being a starter. You just can't. He's fucking, yeah, he's got great stuff and he could be a starter in that sense, but you can't count on him to be a starter with how many injuries. He's already had 2 Tommy Johns, and I don't think he's ever thrown like 70 or 90. I think it's 70 or 90 innings. It's like the most he's ever thrown in a professional season. So you can't really count on him to be a starter. So you would only have 3 starters, and then 2 of them are free agents, and Snell and Darvish. So, and you don't have anyone in the minor leagues that's coming up like in the next year or 2, in my opinion. That's like, oh, we got this guy coming up. So you'd be kind of fucked, in my opinion, if you don't sign Musgrove. Maybe, I mean, if you don't sign Musgrove, then maybe you sign Minaya, but I mean, shit, you're talking about a big difference. I mean, Manaya's like a solid, he's a good pitcher, solid, good. I mean, Musgrove's throwing like he's an ace. Now, is he going to continue doing that? I don't know. He's never really done it, but maybe he just figured it out now. Or he's just doing it because he's going to be a free agent. Minaya was going to be leaving due to the agent of Burrow, Scott Burrow. Maybe. I mean, maybe, but I feel like we're, in the big markets now. I feel like we spend now. I mean, we're at the luxury tax now. We went over it last year. If we don't go over it this year, we'll go over it next year, probably. I mean, if I'm Musgrove, I sign now. I mean, because it only takes one pitch to fucking blow out your arm. He needs Tommy John. Then he doesn't sign for shit. Signs a fucking 1-year deal for like, a prove it deal. And then he's got to go from there. So anytime I'm a pitcher, I'm signing if they're offering anything remotely close to what my market value is. If the market value is a 6-year deal for fucking 135 million and they offer you 6 for 115, 6 for 120, I'm fucking signing that shit, dude. I'm signing it. There's no way I'm going to go, oh, no, I'm good. Fucking, what does he have? Another 20 starts in the season? He could easily blow out his arm. I think Tease leads off. No, I think he's going to bat second. That's where I would put him. I'd put him second. I'd keep Profar in the leadoff spot. He's doing pretty good in the leadoff spot. I like him there. Because I think he looks for more walks when he's in the leadoff spot. And it seems like the first at bat he never gets on, but it seems like he always makes the pitcher throw 6-7 pitches. He's always like an out, but I'm always like, hey, that's a pretty decent at bat. Like he threw 7 pitches, I like Profar in the leadoff spot. I mean, we don't have a leadoff hitter. I wish it was Grisham, but. And then I would go, okay, so Profar would be left. I would go right-handed Tatis. I would go left-handed. Hopefully, if Cronenworth, continues going, then Machado right-handed. I don't know. You can't believe how I feel about Profar these days. I mean, he's having a great season. His defense is fantastic. I don't think he's like a good hitter, but he's better than the other fucking guys. The other guys suck on our team, dude. So that's what I'm saying. Like, oh, that didn't work. Great season? He's having a great season compared to what I expected him to have. I didn't expect him to do shit. You're talking about Profar. I don't know how that worked. Okay. Let me see. Sorry, I was just doing something real quick. Something real quick. Something real quick. Sorry about that. You got Tatis, Cron, Machado. I just don't like Tatis in the one hole because I just would rather have someone on. Plus, he's gonna get fastballs. I guess Profar's not gonna steal. This guy's been good, dude. Azokar's been good. He's been a solid player. I mean, he's been solid all season, really. I mean, he's not gonna do anything great or anything like that, but I mean, he looks like a good fifth outfielder. Could play them all, play all the positions. I kind of like what I see out of him. Oh, it is strange. It is strange. Because last year he was such a free swinger and just fucking was like an automatic out. But this year, I don't know. He looks good to me. I mean, I could see him going back to his slump and just sucking balls. Yeah, Zokar could do a lot of things for you. He could come in defensive purposes. He could come in to pinch run. Although, how the hell did he not score? What game was it? Was it St. Louis? Someone hit a chopper, like the shortstop was playing over at second base. Hits a chopper. I think there was 2 outs too, and he fucking couldn't score. That's what I'm saying. Like, if you got Theo Epstein to run this team, like, yeah, it was St. Louis. And he got thrown out at the plate. I was like, how the fuck did that happen? You got Theo Epstein to run this team. I mean, with our payroll and, we got pretty good draft. I know someone was saying that we don't draft well. Well, I mean, I think we do. I mean, yeah, they're just high school kids right now. I mean, James Wood, another high school kid. Jackson Merrill's another high school kid. So, like, his best players are all just high school kids. That's going to take you a long time. Mackenzie Gore took a long time. How many years did Mackenzie Gore take? Is it 5 years now since he's been drafted? I mean, shit. It takes a long time when you draft high school kids, but those kids look really good, dude. I mean, I would love to get an update on James Wood. I would love to get an update on Jackson Merrill. You would think that fucking we could do that, but okay. How do you feel about the Mets? They're the last good team. After we play them, it's under 500 teams. Yeah, I think the Mets are really good. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, they don't even have DeGrom and Scherzer, and they're still fucking beating the shit out of people. Pete Alonso's really good. I know Padre Twitter hates him, but I mean, it is what it is. Guy can fucking rake. Lindor isn't having the terrible season that he had last year. He's having a great season this year. I mean, but yeah, like you're saying, Oceanside, like you're saying, after this year, I'll if you tell me that we're going to just take one game, I would sign up for it right now. I just don't want to get swept because we did basically enough against, in my opinion. Basically, you went 3-4 against the Mets and the not the Mets, the Brewers and the Cardinals, and you were 0-3 to start, and you ended up going 3-4 in 7 out of the 7 games. I mean, if you just win this one, to me, you treaded water. Then after that, you should beat up on these fucking under 500 teams, um, and go from there. I have faith in Weathers if he has a delivery overhaul. Man, I was so high on Weathers. Like when he was in Fort Wayne, it was in low A. Dude, he was fucking balling his first half. He was throwing 4 pitches: changeup, curveball, slider, fastball. And he'd go in out on the fastballs. The changeup would be fucking away. His curveball was really good. It was like an over the top curveball. I was like, dude, this guy's David Wells. He's got pitches like he's David Wells. And then the Padres brought him up early, and he had success right away. Then he got fucking bombed. I think he got mentally fucked up in the head. He's gonna be down in the minors the whole season. I mean, we'll see. I'm not completely done with the guy because the guy's got too much talent to be completely done with him. But no, Weathers' talent isn't on Gore's level. No. Padre Twitter hates Ryan Weathers. What do they hate Ryan Weathers for? Is that who you're talking about? I know some of them do. I mean, Padre Twitter's they got some weird cats on why they hate people and who they hate. It's just funny. It's like, why? I don't get it. Oh, talking about Peter Alonso. Oh, okay. Would have been 5-2 on the road trip. What do you mean? Because the guy Azokar, or are you talking about the blown save by Rogers? That game stung, dude. That was on my birthday, and I'm like, oh, this is cool. 4-1. I mean, this is gonna be an automatic win. Guy gets a leadoff single. I was like, oh, no big deal. He'll get this guy. He walks him, and then he's got the umpire was helping him out, and he's got Carantini at 2-2, and then he fucking pisses me off. And yeah, he pegged this. Oh, he pegged the second batter. Okay, I thought he pegged Carantini. Was Carantini the second batter? Did he peg them both? God. Yeah, Weathers looks like he's kind of a little baby, little hothead, but he's still young. Whatever. I mean, you better not trade Weathers because you'll be trading him at the low point in his career, trading low on him. I remember people wanted to trade Gore. I was like, dude, some of you people are really stupid. They were like, just trade Gore. I was like, dude, you fucking idiots. I didn't know Gore was going to change it around this quick, but if you watched him, what year was it? 2019. It was the year before the pandemic. You watched him in 2019, you're like, this kid's going to be a fucking stud. And then the pandemic year, it just seemed like he fucking was just lost it. And then last year was all over the place too. He hit 2 guys. Okay. I mean, he was throwing like a fucking wiffle ball. It's like, Jesus Christ. He couldn't control it. Oh, that was so frustrating. And then, I don't know. Did you guys think Grisham? I thought Grisham should have gotten to that ball. It's like he olayed it at the end. He like, I don't know if he thought he was going to hit the wall or something. All right, so if you guys are new to the channel, I see some people that are kind of new on here. Subscribe to the channel and hit the like button for me. Some of you other fools that are normally on here, hit the like button. I don't know. They tell me to, or they don't tell me, but everyone else that I watch on YouTube, it says to do it. So, yeah, it seemed like he was more worried about the wall than the baseball. I don't know. I mean, it's tough. Let's just say this. Grisham's been so good defensively over the years that I thought he was going to get to that ball. I thought he was going to catch it, and I thought, oh, they're going to win. He's going to catch this. Guys are going to advance. It's going to be second and third. We're still up by 3. Doesn't matter. Oh, yeah, he's going to lengthen it out big time. Or he helps out big time. He puts – see, this is the thing, Tom, is he puts – like the one guy that lately – this last like month that's been batting in the wrong spot. And there's really nothing you can do. You almost have to play him there. Is Hosmer. Hosmer is not a 3 or 4 hitter. He's just not. He's really not being a 5 hitter anymore, to be honest with you. To me, he's a 6. And now that Voigt's starting to hit, hopefully they put him at least at 5, put Voigt at 4. But there was a while he was batting like 3rd. Because they wanted to get him and Machado as many at-bats as they could get because nobody else on the fucking team was hitting. Tatis, if you've noticed, Tom, go look at Tatis almost every year. Look at a picture every year. He gets bigger and bigger every year. I think this is true too. Grisham and Cronenworth are the keys to the team. I agree with that. Because those guys are, yeah, I know. Voigt was 4 and Hosmer was 5 today. I want to see more of that. But was that because it was a left-hander? That's what I kind of wonder. Although Hosmer's hit better against left-handers this year. Why do I feel like this is a burner account? Well, he's starting to make contact. He's starting to make a lot of contact. Like, I mean, he strikes out a lot still. I mean, I'm not saying he doesn't, but he has really shortened up his swing. The first month, I was like, what the fuck is this guy doing? I mean, he was ridiculous. It's like, what are you doing? And I was like, how is anyone not saying that? I don't know when he'll come back, but I'll say this. When he comes, it's going to be longer than what anyone like expects. Like, okay, someone said he's taking a scan tomorrow to see if he can swing. Okay, let's say he gets cleared tomorrow and he can swing. Okay, there's going to be about 2 weeks of swinging and I don't know, at least another week. He's going to be about 3 weeks away from playing, in my opinion. You can't just, okay, he hasn't swung a bat in fucking, what, 4 months? And he's going to just swing a bat. And you think he's just going to have his timing? He's going to be ready in 3 days, 4 days? No. It's going to take him, I don't know, at least 2 weeks, if not 3 weeks, from whenever he's able to swing the bat and to see if he's got his timing. And you're going to have to take him down in the minor leagues and see if he's got his timing down there. He had no spring training. But to me, that's big. No spring training. I mean, shit. Okay, so that's left, right, left, right, 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 left, left. Okay, I would just switch Alfaro and Hosmer. And I would have the same lineup you got. I think Alfaro should play more, though. Definitely. I don't see why. I like Garcia, but Robert Suarez, I agree with that. I think Garcia's good. I really like him. I mean, I know he's kind of had some hiccups. He's not lights out. And yeah, I agree with this too. I don't know if Rodgers is a closer. I think he is, but he's never really been a proven closer. He's only had 1 year where he had like a lot of saves. And that year he had 30 saves. And what was it? 5 or 6 blown saves? That's not a good percentage. So maybe you go get a closer, because if you go get a closer, then you're putting Rodgers in the 8th, putting Garcia in the 7th, Pierce Johnson in the 6th. I mean, 2 weeks. Once he starts swinging, I'll say 3, but I mean, with Tatis, you never know. I mean, he's not even like fucking human. So I wouldn't be shocked if it's 2 weeks, but I'll just say this. Whenever he comes up, he's probably going to struggle for 2 weeks, and then he'll probably get it going. Yeah, I would assume. Yeah, I would agree with this. I would say early July. I don't want to rush Tatis at all. There's no reason to rush him when you're 33 and 21. They played. Machado fucking took his game to another level and said, I'll carry the fucking team, get on my back. He had a fucking MVP, what have we played? 33% of the season? First third of the season, Machado's basically, I haven't looked at everybody's numbers. Is Machado's probably still the, MVP, right? I don't know. What are Goldschmidt's numbers and what are Pete Alonso's numbers? Are those guys' numbers better? I don't really look at other teams' numbers that much. Oh, we need a right fielder bad, yeah. Yeah, we need a right fielder bad. That's the position, right? Unless Grisham continues to struggle. Machado's still the favorite? Okay. Gonsolin is the Cy Young? No. Musgrove's probably the Cy Young right now. Is Goslin having a good year? I know Walker Buehler's not. You see that one fool put Walker Buehler's not having a good season because he had to pitch on 3 days rest in the playoffs? What the fuck is that noise? Hold on a sec. Yeah, but he doesn't throw that many innings, man. He ain't throwing the same amount of innings as Musgrove's throwing. Musgrove's ERA is just the same thing. What's Musgrove's ERA? 1.54? Yeah, I know. It was all the way in October. If you told me, hey, Buehler's having a bad season because every year of Buehler's career, they've made the playoffs and he's thrown extra innings than, a normal young pitcher going through the progression and stuff. If you told me that, I'd be like, okay, I get it. Don't tell me he's having a bad season. He'll be fine. I'm not stupid, but to make it like some excuse, like, well, he's having a bad season because he pitched that because of Max Scherzer. He basically just wanted to rip Max Scherzer. That's all the guy wanted to do. Okay, Rookie of the Year, Gore, MVP, Machado, Cy Young, Coach of the Year. Is that what that is? What is M? Manager of the Year? Yeah. Yeah, you could. Yeah, I would agree with that. I would agree with that. Worry about Gore getting a dead arm in the second half. His mechanics are pretty good. I like how they have a 6-man rotation, and Gore's going to go down to the minor leagues. They're going to come up with some bullshit injury so that they can get the extra year, right? Doesn't he have to go down there for 2 more weeks? So 3 for the season. If I'm not mistaken, I think they changed that rule where It used to be like he has to be in the minor leagues the first 3 weeks of the season to start it, but now it's like total of 3. Well, he missed the first week. He pitched 1 game in the minor leagues this year, and then go from there. Yeah, I think the 6-man rotation helped score a lot. I really believe that. I think the 6-man rotation is perfect for us because we got Martinez. So basically, if you didn't have Martinez, it wouldn't work that way, in my opinion. Because then you have one less arm in the bullpen. I mean, you still have one less arm, but when you have basically another starter in there, it works. Yeah, the year of service. If he gets rookie of the year, he gets the full year. Are you serious? I didn't know it worked like that. I thought he had to get sent down for 2 more weeks and he gets another year of service. Oh, he's a stud. Carrot Top's a stud, but so they're going to get him. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. I had no idea that if you're in the top 3. Well, then he's probably not getting sent down. Unless he starts struggling and then they just say, fuck it, let's send him down. Like he's not going to, if his numbers aren't going to be up there for top 2 or 3, whatever you're saying. Then there's no point of putting him down. But I mean, you got to manage his innings anyways. That is a stupid rule. That's funny. The Dodgers will go get a starter, though. I mean, I don't know who they're going to get. Okay, so he's here to stay, to limit the innings, which is fine. But yeah. I mean, with the 6-man rotation, limiting the innings should be very doable. And then even like if Clevenger and Snell start pitching pretty well, and they start pitching, Snell's, I mean, he pitched 6 innings last time. But if Clevenger starts getting to that 6-inning thing, and what I'm trying to say is Martinez doesn't have to piggyback those guys. As the year progresses, you could piggyback Gore and take him out after 4 innings, save some innings there. Like, let's say they're up like 5-0 in a game and Gore's pitched 4 innings. Take him out, instead of normally where they're like, oh, okay, let him go 2 more innings and pitch 6 innings. Take him out if you got to save fucking the innings there. Shit like that. Well, he's pretty damn fucking close. I mean, he is so goddamn, he looks so mature out there. He looks so composed. I mean, he just looks in complete control, and he's got all 4 pitches, and he could spot him anywhere on the plate, anywhere in the strike zone. I mean, he did not have this control in the minor leagues ever. Some games I was like, oh, dude, he's got his control tonight. He's just going to mow these guys down. And he would, but he would still get the pitch count up because he would, his control was never like a positive for him. It was always like a negative for him. It wasn't, some games it wasn't terrible. Some games he just didn't have it. And I'd be like, oh my God, he just pitched like 2 1/3 innings and threw fucking, 77 pitches. And like, oh, Jesus, I didn't even know that. Is this all in the new collecting bargaining agreement stuff? Oh, I would say Gore. I don't remember Peavy being this good. I remember Peavy being good, but not like this. What's up, man? How's it going? Okay, this is all in the new collective bargaining agreement. Okay. Yeah, I didn't really I don't really know all the rules. Okay, so he's not going to get the extra year. So how many years of control do we have of him now? When is he a free agent? Yeah, Tingler sucked too. He didn't know how to do it. The tilt is real. Uh-oh. The Warriors won today, right? Tonight? I saw one score. It was like going in the fourth quarter, they're up by like 20 or something. I didn't watch 1 second, dude. 5 more after this, we got him for? Okay. 2 more than arbitration. Okay. So you got 2 more cheap deals with him, and then, well, even the first arbitration won't be that bad, but then he'll start making like starters money. Okay. So you got 2 more years of basically him fucking making peanuts. And you got 5 more years. I mean, really, we should never really worry about too much on that sense as a pitcher. The hitters is more, who's got the, okay, this is a good question. Who's got the hottest girlfriend or wife, Hosmer? I don't think any of the players have that good of. I can't think of the players. Moron's. I don't know if it's his wife or girlfriend. Uh, he used to. I don't know if he's still with her. Adrian Moron's. That chick was hot. Hosmer's wife. She's okay. I mean, she's better than or okay. Chris Matt's got a smoke show. Yeah, Moron's girlfriend is fucking banging. I don't know if it's his girlfriend. I don't know if he's still with her. I just know when we one of the years he was down in the minor leagues and I was fucking um, oh, Myers' his wife. He got married, right? Is that blonde chick? She's pretty hot. Isn't she a blonde? I think I'm picturing her right now. I could see Chris Matt having some hot chick. Looks like he's got that hair, chicks like that, and he's got the dark skin or the dark facial hair. Probably got that. He's probably got some banging chicks. Yeah, I don't think Machado's wife's good looking at all. No, I haven't seen Herbert's girlfriend. She's hot. I mean, you're fucking a starting quarterback. I mean, he doesn't look like a. I mean, he's got some shit on his face. He doesn't look like. I mean, he doesn't look like I don't know. I mean, I don't really like to talk about guys and how they look, but you can tell which guys are probably pulling and which guys aren't. But if you're a starting quarterback, fucking in the NFL, you should be pulling almost anything. Anything. I mean, it's just. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh man. Oh, Tony Gonzalez's wife is banging. Yeah. You see that girl? Yeah. Max, you see that girl? Fucking Max is DMing. Dude, you see that rat? Oh my god. I didn't even notice it, and then all of a sudden I got like a DM. I get a DM. You see that rack? All right, check it. And I was like, oh, right there. There it is. Rest of the game, I fucking couldn't even concentrate. It's like, Jesus Christ. And it was like perfect because like the camera would go like right here. You mean see like her face? It was just like boom. Oh, she had some cannons, bro. She had some cannons. She was probably with I don't know, Christian Yelich or something. Or Burns. Or Burns doesn't, he hasn't gotten paid yet, has he? The cameraman was doing that shit on purpose. he fucking had it right right there. Yes, and it counts. Oh, really? I didn't even know that. That's funny. Yelich is terrible, bro. He is terrible. I can't believe how bad he is. I think Mud Grant said it best. Like his bat just looks slow, like really slow. Sorry, I gotta get some air. I'll fucking close the door, but oh man. How come it doesn't? Sometimes if you put something negative, let me see. Let me see if it'll work on here. Put something negative. Let me see. Sorry. Yeah, I'm not a big Snell guy, but I mean, he's frustrating, man. He is hard to watch. I agree with that. He is very hard to watch. He's going tomorrow, right? Usually pitches pretty well at home. He is starting to go deeper into games, you know. Yelich had to be on roids. I saw what's his name? Kirk, is it Kirk Wood on Padre Twitter? He was saying that he thinks it's stealing signs that him and Bellinger, I don't know. He thinks we're stealing signs, and that's now that you can't steal signs, basically. I don't know. Yeah, no, I agree with this. He's so frustrating, but he's not completely terrible. Um, Sometimes he's lights out. I mean, he's pitched. Let's be honest. Since the second half of last year, he's pitched a lot better. He's pitched a lot better. I thought even these 3 games, the first game he got the pitch count up, but that was just the first game. I thought these last 2 games he's pitched pretty good. Even the St. Louis game, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 2 runs. There was another game he pitched, and then someone came in and relieved. I believe there was 2 outs, runners at the corners. Brandon will tell me on here. And I think the inherited runners scored, so his stat line looked different. Yeah. Oh, really? I didn't know this. Okay, so is Yelich like a big guy from stealing signs? I mean, I don't know. I mean, maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's what it is because I mean, his bat speed looks bad though. Like he's just like it just looks like it's just all arms, and it's like when he comes up, I don't fear him like at all. You know, at least I don't. Come on, fellas. I see there's only 2 likes. Give me a like. Don't be lazy. Just hit the like button. It's not that hard. Apparently, if you hit the like button a lot, I guess it like sends it out like, oh, people are liking this. Therefore, you should go on. I don't know. Yeah, I do remember Yelich saying he was the guy saying Machado was a dirty player in the NLCS. Yeah, I mean, Machado kind of brings that stuff on his own. As far as he's done so many things, you're just kind of like, but worried about Rogers at all? Rough patch, a little bit, yeah, a little bit, in more the sense that he's not a proven closer. He's never really done it, So in that sense, yeah. But I thought his first outing coming back. What was that? Not yesterday, or was that yesterday? No, Friday. Right? And they were up like, what were they up? I don't know. He pitched like Friday, right? Was it Friday? When he got beat on Thursday, and did he come back on Friday and get the, or was it Saturday where he got the win, or not the win, but he came in a non-save situation. I thought he was like 3-0 to the first batter. I was like, oh God, here we go, and they got him out. And then I was like, oh, okay, cool. Okay, yeah. Okay, so Friday was 7-0 yesterday. Yeah. So, yeah, when he came in, I was like, okay, like this is a big outing for him, even though, what were they up? 5-1 or something? Um, I don't know. It wasn't a save situation. And what was it? Roger pitched yesterday. Yeah, he pitched yesterday. That was it. Roger should be unavailable tomorrow. Yeah, I would assume he's unavailable because he's pitched in 3 of the last 4. Yeah. The hell are you talking about, Brandon? Don't have that energy to argue, man. Pissed off enough? I don't know what you're talking about. It's hard for me to read every single chat from every single person. I don't know if I missed something. I don't know. But there's 20, let's see, there's 20 people on, 19. I don't know. Garcia does have better stuff, in my opinion. Big time. You're not talking to me? Okay, then I guess I missed it. I don't know what happened. Um, I feel more comfortable with Garcia. At least I have in the last couple outings, yeah. But I'm not switching it up or anything. I mean, Rogers is your closer. He's definitely your closer. I mean, we'll see. But as the season goes on, if you need a closer, I mean, maybe you have got to, that's what you got to do. It seems like Garcia gets like 2 quick outs, and then it's like he can't get the third out, and then a couple guys get on, and then sometimes he gets out of it, and sometimes he doesn't. I mean, what are Garcia's? Let's go see Garcia's numbers. He's got to have good numbers, right? I like Garcia. Let me see. Garcia's got an ERA at 2.53. I mean, that's pretty fucking good. You know, Stammen's and he's pitched 21 innings. He's got 22 K, so he's getting a K an inning. You know, Suarez has 13 walks in 23 innings, and I think if I'm not mistaken, he only had 8 walks last year. Whatever nationality he's from. You can see Rogers choking in the playoffs. Oh, I could see him choking in the playoffs big time. I'm not going to be like Rogers comes in. Yeah, we're good in the playoffs. No, I I'd be scared. Oh, really? I didn't even know this. I knew it was up there. I didn't know they had the most blown saves in the league. That's pretty bad. That's pretty bad. I think these guys can help in the bullpen. I would expect all three to help, especially Morahan, in my opinion. Castillo, if he's healthy. I mean, I've watched Castillo in the minor leagues. His fastball doesn't look like it's as fast as it's been. Here it is. Thank you, Jeff. 8 walks in 62 innings in Japan, 42 saves. He's got 13 walks in 23 and a third innings. I mean, that's just fucking, it's like, I remember hearing that the first game he came in. Remember, he walked everybody. What did he do? Walk like the first 2 or 3 batters against the Diamondbacks, and we lost. We were up 2-0, and he was trying to get the save. And, I mean, fuck, dude. You know, I mean, this fucking sucks. Why do we call up or send him down? I mean, they brought him up because they needed one more spot, and then Clevenger was coming the next day. You know, because Myers is. I mean, it's amazing how Will Myers gets no heat, none whatsoever. Guy makes $20 million a year and gets no heat on Padre Twitter or by the media. It's just like, oh, Will Myers, okay, he sucks. Feeling better now at any point in the season. Lineup is coming around a little bit lately, getting to T-Spec. Yeah. I mean, I felt like fucking like 4 days ago, I felt the worst. And then you get this 3-game winning streak. I feel like they hit on the road. So let's see if they could do this at home. Like if Grisham and Cronenworth and Voigt can hit at home a little bit, I'd feel a lot better. But it seems like they hit on the road. And then we go home and then they can't hit. I think Steven Wilson needs to be, like for this year, he needs to be in, like when they're really up, like five runs, 4 or 5 runs in the inning that he comes in. It's not a 1 or 2 run game. That's what I think he needs to be. And then come next year, maybe be like the 7th inning guy or 6th inning guy. And the following year, you know, if he was the 6th inning guy, then he's the 7th inning guy. Stuff like that. That's what I think. I thought Wilson's stuff was great. It's just he hasn't put it together. We talked a little bit about his contract. I'm thinking it's going to be like 6 for 135. That's what I think. I don't think he'll get 6 for 150. I mean, that's 6 years of 25 million, but 5 for 115, maybe something. He's getting more than 20 a year. I mean, Wilson has figured out. I mean, he's young, dude. He's young. I mean, we'll see. He's got good stuff, dude. I mean, what? Actually, he's not even that young. Isn't he like 25, 26? Oh, I agree with this. I agree with this. I mean, I think Alfaro should be playing 60% of the games. Unless the pitchers are saying, I want Nola. If the pitchers are, okay, Wilson's 27. Okay. Unless the pitchers are saying, I want Nola. And if that's the case, then fine. Because I want the pitchers to be, you know, this feels like the 2010 to 2019 where they got really good pitching and no hitting. Yeah. I mean, I feel like they got better hitting than most of those years, though. Those years were really dreadful. They didn't, those years, no one was Machado. And then no one was Tatis, and Tatis is coming pretty soon. So yeah, I mean that's the only thing. So like if Darvish, Mania, Musgrove, I don't know any of them, Snell are saying I want Nola, then fucking give him Nola. Like whatever, dude. I mean because Alfaro's not he's not that much better. I mean he's better of a hitter. He's a defensively they look the same to me. They both kind of suck. They don't throw anyone out. They don't really block the plate that well. They're not terrible, but they're not that good. I mean, but if the pitcher's like, no, I feel comfortable with Nolan, then fucking play him. I don't care. How long is it going to take Tatis to be second on the team in home runs? Who's second? Profar was 6. Let me see. I think it's Profar with 6. Yeah, it's Profar's got 6. Cronenworth's got 5. Voigt and Hosmer and Kim have 4. Jesus Christ. Oh, man. Abrams isn't ready, bro. He's not been hitting in the minor leagues. He's hitting like 270 in El Paso, and anything under 320 in El Paso is not good. Voigt's missed half of the season. Well, I don't know. After a month, I mean, Machado's got 9 on him. He's got a 9 home run lead. But number 2, yeah, it's only gonna take him. It ain't gonna take him long to be number 2. I'll tell you that much. It ain't gonna take him long. I saw Abrams' second game in center field. I hope they keep mixing that in. I don't know why it's not every day. It doesn't make any sense to me. I think Musgrove's like pitching in San Diego. Musgrove was good last year. I mean, he wasn't this good, but Kim is not a starter. I think he can't hit. He can't hit good enough to be a starter. But I get made fun of for saying before the season that he didn't have value, but they didn't understand what I was saying. They knew what I was saying. They just tried to flip how I say stuff. Where I said, look, Kim's coming into a season after the season that he had a 3-year deal worth $21 million left on his contract. Tell me how he has value, because no one would have signed him at that deal. No one would have. No one would have said if he was a free agent, we'll give him a 3-year deal for $21 million. No one would have. And if it ended today, I don't think anyone would. If whatever's left on his contract, I don't think anyone would give that type of deal to him. But whatever. They fucking try to change your words and fucking says he has no value. I didn't say he has no value. It says he doesn't have value with his contract. The word, okay, I'll tell you what's up with this guy, with Campusano. I know Padre Twitter all wants him, and they think he's that great. First of all, he's almost like Alfaro as far as a type of hitter. I mean, he's a better hitter, I think, or he'll be a better hitter. I shouldn't say he's a better hitter right now. But he swings at too many pitches, okay, in the minor leagues. And the second thing is, the word is that no one likes him, that he doesn't get along with any of his teammates. The pitching staffs don't like him. That's the word. Do I know for a fact? No, I'm not there, but that's the word. So I think that has a lot to do with it. But you ask Padre Twitter, and it's like as if we fucking have Mickey Mantle down in the minor leagues and we don't want to use him. And it's just like, I don't get it. But he's not really raking, Brandon. Like hitting 330 in AAA in El Paso isn't like he's not really hitting for power. I mean, I'll go to his numbers if you want me to go to it. Let's just say he's not raking like everyone thinks he's raking. Let me see. Luis Campos-Juan. I mean, when I watch him, yeah, he hits the ball pretty hard. He swings at everything. He like doesn't like it's not going to translate. Let's see what his numbers are. The fuck is his minor league numbers? Okay, show minor leagues. Okay, he's hitting 331 right now. He's got an on base of 398, which is good. He's slugging 525. Actually, okay, his numbers are a little bit better than I thought. I mean, he's only got 4 home runs, though. I mean, he's not just like crushing the ball, you know. His OPS is 924. It's not over 1,000. Because you got to understand, it's in El Paso. In El Paso, I mean, he's hitting good, but it's not like, I mean, Ty France was hitting like 370 in El Paso. And like, Mazzaro's hitting, okay, you want me to look up Mazzaro's numbers? I mean, he was hitting like 360. It's easy to hit there. Everybody hits in El Paso. Like the numbers, especially if you're a power hitter, if you just get the ball up in the air, the ball fucking just goes. It's like Colorado. It's dumb. .325, not raking. Yeah, it's not enough power. I mean, it's a good average and it's a good OPS. I'm not saying like he sucks. I'm just saying he's not fucking. Yeah, thank you. Okay. Thompson had 9 home runs and fucking was hitting like 500. Yeah. Yes, this guy, I can't pronounce his name. The guy in the Reds, he's fucking crushing the ball. Mazara's crushing the ball. Like, it's just, you have to like watch it. Like, there's a lot of times like I watch it and I'm like, that's not going to be a hit in the major leagues. And I don't know. I mean, Campos-Juan hits line drives. I'm not saying he doesn't. Like he knows what's up, but I'm just like I don't know why. What's the rush to bring him up, or I don't get what everybody wants him up so bad for. I think he's going to get traded. I really do. I really think he's going to get traded. But then you don't have a catcher for, I mean, next year because Alfaro's a free agent. I mean, it wouldn't be hard to sign him, but I can understand this argument or this way of thinking. I mean, I get that. I mean, he's just, but okay. My point is this, Brandon. Where are you going to play him? You're going to play him really over Nola, and I mean, I know Nola's not really doing anything, but if he can't catch, where's he going to play? He can't play DH for us. Luke Voigt's way better of a hitter, way better. So he's not going to DH. And I know Padre Twitter's like, oh, well, put fucking Voigt at first base and Hosmer. Hosmer's got your number 2 OPS. Like until that thing's down to like, you know, where everyone else's OPS is, then fucking you got to keep playing him. I don't get it. Well, I mean, you got to wait till closer to the trade deadline. I don't know. Because if you trade him, then you don't really have a catcher for next year. If you feel like you could get to him, because he's young, dude. If people are like, well, no one likes him. He's still young. He might be real fucking immature. If someone feels like, okay, eventually this guy's going to grow up. Can we pick up Trevor Bauer? If someone feels like the kid's going to grow up and he's going to mature and people are going to like him, then fucking you might have a chance at having a future catcher, you know, because his defense doesn't look good, but it almost looks like Alfaro and Nola on defense. That's what I see when I watch him. And then his hitting looks like he's Alfaro, where he swings at everything and I mean, he hits more line drives, and he's got I mean, he'll be a better hitter than Alfaro. I'm not saying he won't, but he's 23 years old. To me, there's no reason to bring him up if he's not going to play. What are you're going to have 3 catchers? I mean, otherwise you got to get rid of one of them. I don't see it. Yes, he loses a lot of strikes with how he catches and stuff like that. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I guess I lean more into trading him. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, if you feel like he could eventually be good defensively or at least catch where the pitchers don't fucking hate him, then I would think. You don't think anybody is saying to call him up and play him? I think all Project Twitter is. I mean, I see it all the time. I see it all the time. They want him up. You want to sell high on him? I don't know. I mean, I just think you should wait. I think I would wait. I don't think you need him this year. And I think what I'm trying to say is, I don't think you need him this year, but you're going to probably need him next year is what I think. Because Alfaro's probably gone and Nola sucks. I would hope that Luis Campusano is splitting time with Nola next year is what I'm trying to say. That's what I would hope. And I would hope that he, the pitchers want to pitch to him. I don't know. So it's hard for me to sit here. I don't know if the pitchers are like, I can't stand the guy, I can't pitch to him. I don't know. Nola sucks. I mean, I don't know what else to say. Nola fucking sucks. But all right, fellas, I've almost been on here for 2 hours. I didn't even realize what time it was. Hit the like button, retweet, whatever. Appreciate you guys coming on. Till the next time, try to get more out. Looks like we're starting to get a little more people on here, which always makes it more fun. If it's just like 3-4 people on here, it's stupid. All right, fellas, till the next time. Good night, dude. Appreciate y'all. Thank you.